So today we are weeding in the Peace Garden. Yes, things have gotten a little overgrown. Without our students, the pathways have gotten very weedy. So what do we do with all these weeds? Well, one thing we can do with our weeds is compost, right? So if we compost them, we can turn them back into the soil, right? Compost is nature's way of recycling, taking the nutrients from the plants, breaking them down with microorganisms like fungi and bacteria, also worms and roly-polies. All of these nutrients are then returned back to the soil, back to the plants. Over here you'll see our finished compost. There's some squash seeds that made it through and are sprouting. They're loving the nutrition and the moisture that's locked into our finished compost. This compost is ready for the garden. This bin is just getting started. These are weeds we put in last week. What we'll do later is chop them up into smaller pieces so they'll break down more quickly. Here's another way to compost. First, fill up the bin with your compost materials. Close the bin. And then this one spins. It mixes up all that compost and activates it, so it breaks down a little more quickly. Another way to compost is the worm bin. This is a worm bin that we made ourselves. You can also purchase these ready-made. What we have here is 2 plastic tubs. We've mixed in food, kitchen scraps. Worms also eat paper and even cotton fabric. In the bottom of the first tub, we poke some holes so the moisture would drain through, so that the worms don't drown. In the bottom tub, you'll see we've been collecting rainwater for a while. This water that's filtered through the worm compost is super nutritious. We're going to use it to water our orange tree. Here's how we compost at home. This compost bin sits on our kitchen counter, and we put our table scraps in it. We take it out to our compost pile, and once we've dumped it in, we want to cover it up with other yard scraps like leaves, wood chips. That'll keep the smell down, it'll keep the flies from being attracted to it, and it helps break it down a little more quickly. So try this at home. Gather up some of your food scraps, things that are compostable. Get a jar. These are tea leaves. A napkin, an apple core, and a banana. Now put the lid on. Now enjoy watching your compost come to life. So here's a reminder of some of the things we want in the compost. And remember, what we don't want in the compost are things like plastic, glass, metal, things that are not organic and won't break down. So have fun with your compost. The plants will thank you.